And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise to greet the North Idaho College registered nursing graduates of May 2022.
Good afternoon. My name is Erlene Pickett. I'm the director of the nursing program at North Idaho College. On behalf of North Idaho College faculty, administration, and board of trustees, we welcome you to the spring 2022 pinning ceremony for the associate degree nursing program. This is a big day for us. In addition to honoring our graduates, we are also celebrating our 50-year anniversary of the associate degree nursing program. Before we begin, I'd like to extend a thank you to our Board of Trustees and our college administration who may be here or may be watching via Zoom. If you are here, please stand, and I ask that you hold your applause until the end. Board of Trustees, Todd Banducci, Greg McKenzie, David Wold, John Getty, Pete Brochet. From our college administration, Dr. Mike Sabali, interim president of North Idaho College, Dr. Cassie Silvas, interim provost, Laura Rumpler, chief communications and government relations officer, Sarah Garcia, interim vice president, controller, finance and business operations, Ken Wardinsky, chief technology officer, Rael Anderson, director of development and foundation executive director, Dr. Lloyd Duman, Associate Dean of Instruction, Dr. Sherry Simpkins, Dean of Instruction, General Education, Tammy Haft, Dean of Enrollment Services, and I truly hope that I have not forgotten anybody. Please join me in thanking them for their support of the Associate Degree Nursing Program. In addition to our amazing full-time nursing faculty, who I will be introducing shortly, I would also like to introduce those individuals who are instrumental to the success and support of our students. If you are here, please stand. And again, I would ask that you hold your applause until the end. Amy Howland, Senior Administrative Assistant for the Nursing Division. Stephanie Bradbury, Clinical Placement Coordinator. Wendy McIntosh, Nursing Advisor. Jeff Davis, Pre-Nursing Advisor. Miles Larson, Simulation Operations Specialist. And our many adjunct faculty, clinical instructors, and preceptors who both faculty and students depend on. We also have many retired faculty and alumni in the audience, and we welcome you as well. Would everyone please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Cassie Silvas, Interim Provost, to the podium to share a few remarks.
Welcome. I'm sure we're really excited, so let's just get this over with and give them a big round of applause. Woo! Hello and welcome to this very, very special occasion. My name's Dr. Cassie Silvas, and right now I'm the interim provost here at North Idaho College. I want to thank the special people on this stage. I got to listen today to some amazing history, dedication to excellence that comes from your faculty and staff and Dean Pickett, and I just want to tell them how truly impressed and valued you all are. Thank you for all that you do. Gandhi once said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And of all the professions you could have chose to do, you chose to do nursing. And I'm so proud to stand here in front of you today and think about that choice. I have two sons that came home this weekend for Mother's Day. One surprised me from Portland. They're both doctors. And I said, can you guys tell me a couple words about nurses? Because I'm so excited that I get to stand up in front of them during this pinning ceremony. And they said, they do what nobody else will do in a way that nobody else can do it, in spite of what they're asked to do every day for every patient they encounter. They're the backbone of my profession, and I couldn't do it without them. And I said, I'm gonna let them know that. As a nurse, you're gonna have the opportunity to heal the mind, the soul, the heart, the body of your patients, as well as heal their families and yourself. Remember that people will never forget what you said. They'll never forget what you did, but they're always going to remember how you made them feel. So many of you are going to have an impact every day on so many lives for the rest of your life. So may all of you have perseverance and patience during each long shift. May your body and mind be protected as you touch lives every day. May sleep rejuvenate your soul, and may you know how much the world needs you and how grateful we are for your service. Congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment, and I'm just going to give it. I now want to introduce our interim president, Dr. Sabal.
Good evening. It really is exciting to be here tonight to celebrate NIC's 50th pinning ceremony, and more importantly, you, our graduates. This graduation ceremony is one of my favorites because of my mom. My mom went back to school to finish her BSN when I was growing up, and that was one of the first college graduation ceremonies I remember attending. And I remember, well, it happened earlier today, attending the Honor Society for the nurses. And one said, I chose this profession because there's very few jobs where you get to serve others all the time, and then they pay me for it. Moms are a lot like that too, since Dr. Silvas brought up Mother's Day. And so thank you for choosing to serve. Thank you for choosing to take care of people on their worst day. For over 50 years, NIC has produced some of the finest nurses year after year, and you are lucky enough to join the ranks of this amazing group tonight. What you learned wouldn't be possible without the great nursing faculty and support staff here at NIC. Thank you to them. Let's give them a round of applause. And like I said, because it was the 50th pinning ceremony, we have some very special guests that joined us today. Miss Dickens, thank you for coming. I know you were the first director of our nursing program. I know Miss Underall is here as well today, and she was another nursing director that we've had. And Dr. Lita Burns, who is also our commencement speaker Friday, is here, and she started as a nursing director here at NIC. There are so many opportunities out there for our health profession instructors, and I'm thankful that they choose to teach and serve in the way that they do to continue to produce the finest quality healthcare professionals around. NIC's reach and contributions to this community are so valuable because of what you all do for us. You've been through so much, graduates. For some, this may be your first graduation. And the last 2 years have been crazy. Your commitment to yourself and this community does not go unnoticed. Thank you for choosing this path, and I wish you the best of luck as you begin this exciting new adventure in your career in healthcare. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Silvas and Dr. Sabali. We appreciate your ongoing support of the nursing program. Once again, on behalf of the nursing faculty, I would like to welcome you to the Spring 2022 pinning ceremony. In case you didn't know, not only is it the 50th anniversary celebration, but it's also fitting that it's Nurses Week, which I believe has been turned into Nurses Month now. What a fitting time to celebrate. Behind each of our graduating students, there has truly been a village that has helped them succeed on this journey. They did not get to this point without a lot of support and encouragement. Friends and family have been there to help them when they were so tired and just wanted to give up, but their team cheered them on and willed them the strength to carry on. Encouragement, meals, and countless hours of babysitting were likely provided. There may even have been some wiping of tears and lots of hugs involved in their journey. Self-confidence was bolstered as the villagers gave them hope and belief that they could do this. So graduates, would you please rise and turn to those who are here in the audience to help you celebrate this success and give them a round of applause. Other members of the village who have been part of your student journey are the faculty and staff across NIC campus. They have been there to support, encourage, and at times push you to stretch your minds. Nursing faculty have taught you the importance of making sound clinical judgments based on evidence. You've been taught to assess every situation so that you will select and provide the best interventions. I'm joined on the stage by the nursing faculty who truly care about your success. After all, we want well-prepared nurses to take care of us and our loved ones in our time of need. I would like to take a moment to introduce those who have been part of the student's journey over the last 2 years. Please hold your applause until the end, and please rise as I call your name. Rachel Kalk teaches in the first and second year of the nursing program. Stephen Smith also teaches in the first and second year of the program. Tricia Robinson, I think we all teach in first and second year of the program. Tricia Robinson, first and second year of the program. Sharon Funkhauser, first and second year of the program. Connie Klum teaches in the first year of the program, and she teaches the P into RN transition course. Susan Fleming teaches in the first and second year of the program. Blythe Buchanan teaches in the first and second year of the program, and she coordinates this pinning ceremony. Anoy Williamson teaches in the first year of the program. Charles Krabby teaches in the first year of the program. Erin McEber teaches in the first and the second year of the program. And then not on the stage with us is Brittany Heidenreich, program coordinator. Jean Marfeis, PN program. Patty Hall, PN program. And we can't forget Barbara Downey, our learning lab coordinator. Barb has provided extra encouragement and support as students often opened up to her to share their fears and concerns, not only about their struggles with mastering the technical skills, but when they just needed a hug or someone to listen to them. Barb has decided to retire after this semester, and we wish her all the best. Graduates, we congratulate you on your successful completion of this formative step as you move through what we hope is a long nursing career. Remember the excitement you felt when you received the letter saying you had been accepted, and you attended that first orientation session where we told you life as you knew it was going to change, so you might want to buckle up. You entered nursing school at one of the most challenging times in history as we faced the pandemic. We became very creative in figuring out how to keep you safe in the classroom and at clinical. I know you have developed a very special bond with all of that personal protective equipment you donned and doffed over the course of the last 2 years. 6-foot distancing, masking, being reminded to wear your goggles became part of everyday life. We worked together to try to navigate through quarantining and isolating, even if we knew that it was going to be overkill. And then we won't talk about the challenges we faced regarding vaccination. And then just to top it all off and put the bow on top, we challenged you with adapting to a new documentation system at CUNY Health. Sometimes we flexed until we thought we surely would break, but nurses are a resilient bunch. And you know what? You made it. You will continue to flex and bend in this wonderful profession you have chosen. And as you come to the end of this chapter, know that we have done our best to prepare you to start the next chapter. You're joining the profession at a time when the need for nurses is great. Over the course of my career, and it has been a long career, I've witnessed the pendulum swing between having more than enough nurses to not having enough nurses. This is probably the worst shortage I have ever witnessed in my career. Nursing is a dynamic profession. While the shortage is daunting, the opportunities that are open to you are exciting. You're ready to go on to that next chapter. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of myself and all the faculty to salute you. You met the challenges, and we are happy to celebrate this milestone with you and your loved ones as we welcome you to the nursing profession in this time-honored pinning ceremony. You've experienced the typical highs and lows of nursing school. Highs occurred at the end of each semester when you realized that you completed all the course requirements and were progressing to the next. At the end of this semester, you've met all of the program outcomes and you're ready to go take that NCLEX exam and enter the profession. Lows, well, the lows probably occurred when you had to miss family events because you had a do or die exam, or assignment that was due the next day. Perhaps you felt low when you or one of your classmates was struggling with a personal situation in life. There were probably minutes where you thought, is this really worth the struggle? But you as a class lifted each other up and you kept on going. I hope in a few months, after you are able to reset your daily life and you settle into your new jobs, you will be able to take a minute and reflect on all of the new knowledge you've gained and experiences you have had. All the good and the bad, the highs and the lows, and everything in between, which has given you a base to begin this next chapter in your life as practicing nurses. Blythe, would you please introduce the guest speaker?
Our keynote speaker today is Dara Kimmering. Dara has been a nurse for over 20 years. She knew she wanted to be a nurse at the tender age of 7 when hospitalized for pneumonia in the Philippines. She saw them as angels in white and followed them everywhere. Dara started her nursing journey by becoming a CNA in high school, an LPN shortly after, then a registered nurse 2 years later. Dara's background has been in critical care, trauma, and in medical surgical for the last 18 years, and now most recently with the nursing professional development and acute care operations for multi-care health systems. During her career, she started teaching in associate-level nursing programs while working in the acute care setting. She continued her education journey with her master's degree in nursing with an emphasis in adult learning in 2010, and finally her doctorate in nursing practice in 2016. Education is paramount in nursing. You can never stop learning, nor should you stop trying. Dara has been an adjunct faculty member with NIC since 2011. Being a part of this very reputable nursing program, along with the team that facilitates the growth and development of the next generation of nurses, has brought her great joy and an honor to serve. I welcome Dara to the stage.
Good evening. Good evening, esteemed faculty, board, graduates, family, and friends. It is a great honor to be here with you tonight during this momentous occasion, and I'm delighted to be able to speak to such an impressive group of graduates. Congratulations. You all made it. This is your moment, but not yours alone. You share it with family, friends, and your supporters that motivated you to get to this point. Today is filled with the history on your initial nursing journey, a huge achievement when you get the recognition that you've earned, first as graduate nurse and RN, because we're gonna pass that state board, right? Pat yourselves on the back. This is one of many memorable moments you will have in your life. You will join the ranks of those that will be asked to fish marbles out of your neighbor's kids' noses. Truly. Look at gross skin rashes on your cousin twice removed. True. Hop boils because you could perform sterile technique in your sleep. Amen. Last but not least, be caught eyeballing a stranger's juicy veins at the grocery checkout line like bloodthirsty hounds. True? In all seriousness, when you look back over the many years of nursing, as I am doing today, you will reflect on your journey of successes, failures, school friends, colleagues, and peers. You will find reassurance in the legacy of your choice, your chosen path, and your desire to care for others, your community. It connects us back to the altruistic reasons most of us chose nursing as a profession in the first place, to help heal, to help, and to make a difference. It defines the professional impact that a nurse desires to make on the experiences and health outcomes of others, and clearly differentiates work goals from work meaning, the why behind what we do. Most of us enter nursing with an overarching goal to work in a particular healthcare setting or specialty area. Once there, our goals tend to be very work-centric and typically concentrate on developing nursing expertise, perhaps achieving certification, maybe even pursuing higher education to assume an expanded role, such as nurse educators, leaders, researchers, or advanced practice nurses. In all that, I encourage you to be present. Be mindful of your nursing legacy and what you impart to your patients. You will start your journey and tuck away your own stories of how you were impacted as a nurse, and more importantly, how you impact others. I remember when I was a new nurse in critical care, I was scared, intimidated, apprehensive. I was taking care of a young trauma patient in his early 20s who was injured during a high-speed motorcycle accident. He had numerous injuries, from a broken back to a brain bleed, and we were concerned that after he woke up, he would never walk again. I cared for him for weeks and got to know his family well. Every day that I had him, I would listen to his parents tell stories of him growing up, playing sports, listening to music. They took pictures of him often, and I was often in the background. Although he was sedated, I put on the sports channel for him, had his mom bring his sneakers. I played his favorite genre of music on the radio, and I talked to him while I gave him cares, whether that was bathing, turning, range of motion, and I would recall his mom's stories to him. He was really touch and go for a while. Maybe he would walk again, maybe not. Over the course of time, though, he got better, had a few more surgeries, breathed on his own, and progressed enough to leave our care, my care, into the hands of another department. And that would be a story in its own. But it doesn't end there. 2 years later, while working a typical busy shift on my unit, in walks a man and a woman who I vaguely recognized. She called my name, and I turned to look for a clue, and then I see them. His sneakers, and he's walking. He walks to me slowly and opens his arms for the biggest hug, and I melted like a pile of goo. He pulled his wallet out and took out a worn out, folded up piece of paper, and he showed it to me. He was in his bed, and me standing there looking at his monitors in the background. My hand was on his arm. He told me, "I heard you. I heard your stories of me. I heard you put on music because you knew I liked it. I felt you put your shoes on my feet because you told me I would walk and I would run one day." He kept that photo for motivation. And there he was, standing right in front of me. A patient who I never thought I would see again. And it reminds me of the quote by Maya Angelou. "I've learned that people will forget what you say. People will forget, what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Nursing is not a job of innate objects. It's living, breathing people. People that are hurting, that are suffering, and in the most vulnerable situations of their lives. Please do not forget the role of nurse and the important role that you play in their lives. The care of your patient is relational. You have to build those relationships. It is empowered and it's meaningful. They leave a mark. What does your legacy look like to them? This Nurses Week, I invite you to reflect on the contributions you've made in nursing thus far and the legacy you'd like to build upon. Remember that professional fulfillment isn't always achieved by what we get, but more so what we leave behind. We never really know the impact we have on people. And this is something that we all should try to think about with every reaction or interaction we have throughout the course of our day. A warm, sincere greeting or smile could make a lasting impression on a visitor who just received bad news. A warm touch can heal anxiety, and a hug can heal the hurting. Be sure you are living your profession each and every day. Make your mark. Be present and impart your legacy. Congratulations, all of you. Welcome to the nursing profession. I truly am honored to call you all my colleagues and peers. Thank you.
Thank you, Dara, for all the support you offer the NIC students, both in finding preceptors for them and for serving as an adjunct clinical instructor. We're lucky to have you as part of our team. Our students are really amazing. I mean, they are really amazing. Many have completed their degree while raising a family, working at another job, or caring for a loved one, or have experienced a family crisis while they've been in school. We'd like to take time to honor a few of them that have gone above and beyond what is expected. I'd like to invite Blythe Buchanan I'd like to invite Connie Sue Klum to award the Academic Achievement Award.
So the Academic Achievement Award is presented to the student who has the highest cumulative grade point average in the graduating class. The grade point average is based on all the courses needed for the ADN degree, which includes the core nursing classes. This recipient is recognized at pinning, and their name is engraved on a large plaque, which is permanently displayed in the Health Science Building. The student who will receive this award tonight has an outstanding grade point average. The student with the highest GPA for the graduating class of May 2022 is Lexi Cambage. I would like to invite Stephen Smith to the podium to present the Spirit of Nursing Award.
Each semester, a member of the graduating class is selected for the honor of Spirit of Nursing Award. This recipient is recognized here tonight, and his or her name is engraved on a large plaque, which is permanently displayed in the Health and Science Building. The nominees were selected by the graduating class and by the faculty for excellence in the aspects of respect, integrity, professionalism, caring, compassion, and cultural competence, which was evident in all personal and professional behaviors and interactions. The nominees have shown dedication, excellence, and a passion for the profession of nursing. After deliberation and consideration by the graduating class and by the faculty, one student was selected from this list of excellent nominees. It's my honor and pleasure to announce the Spring 2022 Spirit of Nursing Award goes to Leslie Yake. We need to have some orchestra music playing the people up here. for the next award, I'd like to invite my esteemed colleague Sharon Funkhauser up to the podium.
Each semester, a member of the graduating class is selected for the honor of the Leadership Award. The recipient of this award is recognized at pinning, and their name is also engraved on a large plaque, which is also permanently displayed in the Health and Science Building. The nominated students have exemplified outstanding service and leadership to their fellow students and to the community. They have shown a commitment to excellence and a willingness to inspire others, with much thought and consideration, one student was selected by the faculty. The chosen student for this semester has been a positive and encouraging example to fellow students at every level of the program, interacting and positively supporting fellow aspiring nurses. The student has participated in class every semester, asking clarifying questions, contributing to classroom discussion, and engaging his or her peers in thoughtful discussions. The student will undoubtedly continue to exemplify these leadership qualities as she continues a career in nursing, and I am proud to present the Spring 22 Leadership Award to Lexi Cambridge. I'd like to invite Erlene Pickett back up.
Next, I'd like to introduce Beverly Dickens. Bev founded the nursing program at NIC in 1970. Actually, it has a little history just before that, but she was a valued member of the nursing program from 1970 until she retired in 2008. We are honored to have her with us today to present the meaning of the pinning ceremony and our nurses pin.
Until this moment, you probably wondered, who is that stranger on the stage and whose name is in the program? Class of 2022, I would like to add my congratulations to all the others you have received and will be receiving this evening. It is certainly an achievement to successfully complete the rigors of a nursing education program. And for you, it is a high achievement because for all of your 2 years in the program, you are also dealing with the challenges of COVID. So, absolute good job. Good job. The pin that you're receiving tonight is recognition of that successful completion of the education program in nursing. And as you wear it, and I'm wearing mine from long ago tonight, but as you wear it on your uniform, it tells every patient that you care for that you are qualified for nursing practice. So I would like to share with you what the pin represents and give you just a little bit of history. Today it was a wonderful day because 50 years ago at this time, the very first class graduated from the NIC nursing program 50 years ago. As that momentous occasion was about to occur, we offered our nursing students the opportunity to submit designs for the pin that would be official. Every school has a different pin that is unique to their program. And so a pin was selected. It was designed by one of our members of our first graduating class. Her name at the time was Pam Faust. So I would like to talk about that pin just briefly. I hope it is meaningful to you that a student designed that pin. Oh, 50 years, how nursing practice has changed. But the core of nursing practice has endured over all those decades, over centuries, in fact. And that core of nursing is reflected in the elements on your pin that you will receive tonight. Nursing has, for years, been described as an art and a science. So as we look at the pin, the book symbolizes the science of nursing. That body of knowledge and skills, both analytical skills and technical skills, mastered, necessary to be mastered for safe best practices of nursing. That body of knowledge changes rapidly and expands. Advances in medicine and changes in healthcare delivery system have made nursing practice so much more complex. And it will be even more complex as you move into your professional practice. What that means in terms of our ethical responsibility to the patients who come to us is that you, in choosing nursing, have chosen to make a commitment to be a lifelong learner. A lot of what you learned in your nursing program will not be accurate 5 years from now, because we will know more and we will know better. So for safe practice, for the excellent practice, the theme of today's reunion was 50 years of excellence. Every single patient you care for deserves excellence. I know at the end of your program, you're looking for a break from learning, right? It's been a hard 2 years, but professional nursing practice requires continual learning. If you move to the next area of the shield, what you see there is a candle and a scroll, a piece of writing. The candle harkens back to Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale is the founder of modern nursing, and she was actually the first nurse scientist. She was a brilliant, brilliant woman. During the Crimean War, she at night, with her lantern, would walk among the soldiers who were injured. She also provided for their physical needs, of course, but she recognized that in the dark of night, their anxiety would increase. And so she walked among them with her light, and the soldiers saw that light and knew that they were not alone. And it gave them hope and a sense of security, the light that she carried. The other thing about Florence Nightingale and about your education in nursing is that Florence Nightingale not only took care of the physical, but the emotions and the social. She wrote letters for the soldiers to their families. So she was providing holistic care and understood mind-body connection Before that was in the nomenclature. I think about this pandemic period, when one of the hardest things for patients and families was the fact that the family could not be there. Nursing was there. Nursing maintained that connection with patient and family knew that their loved ones were not alone because of nursing. Other healthcare professions provide their care. They come in and provide their care and they leave. But 24/7, nursing is there. And then we go to the bottom of your shield. And the bottom of the shield represents your bringing that body of knowledge, that competency that you have developed. It represents the competency and the care that you bring to each and every person as you practice nursing. It's the application. Knowledge that is just stored in your brain is not of value to anyone. It's when you can translate that into action application that it is true service and care. It's applying your knowledge and skills with empathy and with genuine compassion. I hope you wear your pin with pride. And in receiving your pin, you transition from student to alumnus. I am confident that because of all these people on the stage behind you and what they have taught you, and because of your motivation to become competent nurses, I am confident that you will carry on the tradition of excellence that was established 50 years ago. I thank you for letting me be a part of one last pinning ceremony. Nursing the life work that you have chosen is not easy, and it's sometimes a heavy responsibility. But it is always, always a privilege. I walked the hall of the nursing faculty earlier today, reminiscing, and I saw a talking wall. And it was interesting because I had that same talking wall in my bedroom. And the statement said, "Live life to the fullest and make a difference along the way. You will make a difference." As part of my retirement, I volunteered in the hospice home in our community. And I was taking a visitor to her patient's room, and we passed one of our nurses. And visitor's face just lit up. And I said, "Oh, do you know Caroline?" And she said, "No, not really. But she cared for a friend of mine." You never forget the face of an angel. You will make a difference. Welcome. Welcome to the profession of nursing. And thank you for letting me be a part of your celebration.
Thank you, Bev. Now is the moment that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the pins. Would the first group of students start making your way to the stage? I'd like to invite faculty to assist with presentation of the pins. Blythe Buchan, Sharon Funkhauser, and Tricia Robinson, please come forward.
Jamie Adcock. Kaylee Bacino. Colton Bellamy. Leslie Bowen. Tara Brawley. Megan Priette. Ryan Chatterton. Eric Cruz. Erica Dale. Jordana Dally. Jill Hyatt. Lacey Johnson. Morgan Johnson. Lexi Cambridge. Jessica Lancaster. Zoe Lee. Josie Lindblad. Levi Martins. Carla Martin. Jennifer McCann. Amanda McHugh. Cadence Milkeski. Bryce Puddleford. Tay Phillips. Tyler Reed. Jean Rich. Alicia Smith. Josh Stelflug. Caitlin Tanner. Leslie Yake. Danny Yount.
Since this is all about celebrating the graduates, could we give another round of applause? We are proud to have you as graduates of the Associate Degree Nursing Program at North Idaho College. I would like to invite Anoy Williamson to the podium to lead us in the Florence Nightingale Pledge.
Would all nurses please stand with me and join me in saying the Nightingale Pledge? And if you have a tea light, please, it is located in the back inside, I'm sorry, if you have a tea light, please go ahead and turn it on. And to follow along, it'll be up on top and also in the back of your program as well. I pledge myself here before my God and in the presence of this assembly to practice my profession with integrity. I will endeavor to maintain and elevate the standard of nursing, both as a science as an art. I wholeheartedly recognize the importance of high standards of care and personal accountability. I devote myself to healing, protection, and the welfare of those committed to my care. I accept a duty to work for the improvement of health in the communities in which I live and work. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and will respect the privacy of medical information. I will act with compassion in ethical matters. I will not willingly administer or consume any harmful substance. I will commit to disciplinary collaboration and lifelong learning. I fully acknowledge the seriousness of the responsibility that I accept in my calling and the significance of this pledge that I take today.
I'd like to take a moment to thank you all for being here to help celebrate and share in this special ceremony. After the ceremony, we ask that the audience please allow the faculty and students to exit first, and please meet the graduates outside the building. Graduates, will you please return to the stage? Multiple rows. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Associate Degree Nursing class of May 2022. Congratulations, graduates.